just want to say thank God we live in a democracy. I mean, what would biased journalism and media censorship actually look like?
The right to defend itself.
Israel has the perfect right to defend itself.
Israel has a right to defend itself. Israel must have that, does have that right to defend herself.
Israel has an absolute right to defend itself.
Israel reaffirmed my strong support for Israel's right to defend itself.
The rhetoric that's been used by the rest of the world talking about the right for Israel to defend it.
Expressed his country's steadfast support for Israel. He said Israel has every right to defend.
Absolute right to defend itself.
So I think people thought I was joking when I said, hey, that's just a line from the Zionist playbook. But there's actually a Zionist playbook. It was published in 2009 to help people defend the atrocities of Israel. And if you don't believe me, you could just type in that title, The Israel Project, and you could download the 116-page document. It even has a table of contents, rules for effective communication, glossary of words that work, how to talk about Palestine's self-government and prosperity, isolating Iran-backed Hamas as an obstacle to peace, Israel's right to self-defense and defensible borders. Do you ever wonder why everyone sounds the same when they're talking about Israel? There's no second opinion.
False news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets
extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Yeah. Nothing says we value independent media like dozens of reporters forced to repeat the same message over and over again.
Is because it's literally written out for them. This is 18 chapters. So here, this is like chapter 1, the 25 rules for effective communication. And the first point is, it doesn't matter if you know, you need to show the other side you care. So they're telling people to fake caring. So persuadables won't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Show empathy for both sides. So this is like a tactic that they tell people to do. It's weird that they have to write it out. So this was nice too. Things not to say. We are prepared to allow them to build. Don't use that. Don't use that. We allow them to build. Even though that's what they're doing, they're saying don't use it. Try this one. Achieving peaceful relations requires the leadership, political, business, and military of both sides. And so we asked the Palestinians, stop using that language of incitement, stop using the language of violence. And, they're trying to turn it back on the Palestinians, but this is a script. So when I say this is a Zionist line or from the playbook, because it literally is from the playbook. And this is what every probably reporter or anchor on TV has in front of them. Every congressman is probably giving this when they, get sworn in. Here's your copy of the Israel's Zionist playbook.
The right to defend itself.
Israel has the perfect right to defend itself.
Israel has a right to defend itself. Israel must have that, does have that right to defend herself.
Israel has an absolute right to defend itself.
Israel.
So this is amazing that this isn't exposed yet. But how can the current Palestinian leadership honestly say it will pursue peace when previous leaders rejected an offer? You always hear that. What about the offers that were rejected? It came from here. This is still chapter 1, I think, page whatever. But how do I make peace with a government who wants me dead? Why are they phrasing it like that? You ever wonder why they phrase it like that? Because they're told to phrase it like that. I heard Piers Morgan use one of these in his interview with Sinek. And he said that's a weird way to phrase the question. It's an unfair way to phrase the question. And this is why. Because he got it from the playbook. It's right here.